Okay, so this is a slowed down animation using the handouts that you can download, the PDFs, in which you've cut out the submarine, the waves and the seaweed and the diving board. You'd be able to make this animation. So this is basically me taking a photograph, moving all the movable parts, in this case the submarine and the waves and the diving board. With the waves, I just moved them back and forth, so right to left and left to right, and then decided which direction I wanted the submarine to kind of jump off the diving board, hit the sea, and then make a series of splashes. So you can see the splashes now, and then I just kind of wanted them to make kind of an arc, so I kind of moved them in the direction of the arc, and then again took a series of photographs, and this kind of formed the first scene for the stop motion animation. And then after that, the submarine goes deeper into the sea, and to give the illusion that it's going deeper into the sea, decided to move bubbles going up towards the top of the page or the photograph, and then the submarine going down towards the bottom of the page, and that's how I got that kind of illusion. You'll also see there's a character in the submarine, and that is a cutout from Rice Krispies. I think it's Snap. I have to double check on that. And then for the kind of final scene, the submarine heads towards the bottom of the seabed, and then there's also some bubbles that come from the treasure chest. So kind of before I shot this animation, I kind of did a little storyboard of each scene, so it's kind of really important that you kind of do that for your animations, so you kind of know where you're moving your movable parts to and what you kind of want to achieve. So it's always good practice to do a little storyboard before you actually start using stop motion studio and taking a series of photographs, otherwise you won't kind of know which direction you're heading for. And with each movable part there is like blue tack underneath the submarine and also the treasure chest and the seaweed, but the bubbles I just kind of move freely on the white paper, and that's kind of just to add a bit of stability within the cutouts basically, so they don't kind of curl up on this occasion. And with the bubbles, I did reuse them once they were out of shot or out of frame. So for instance, when the bubbles that came from the treasure chest got to the top of the page, I then moved them back towards the top right hand corner of the treasure chest and then repeated that process of the movement. And you'll also see as the character gets closer to the seaweed, I wanted to give the illusion that he was going to speak or shout towards the treasure chest, because he was unsure of why there were bubbles coming from there. You'll see now that there's kind of bubbles coming from the character's face, and that's why I did that. So at this point, I also cut out another treasure chest and also cut the treasure chest in half, well, the top of the treasure chest that's moving now, and then put some blue tack on the top left corner so it would act a bit like a hinge and open up, because I knew I wanted a character to pop out of it. In this case, it was Crackle, surprising Snap, or shocking Snap that he was actually in the treasure chest. And that was the end of the animation. That was kind of the action point, I guess, of this animation. And then I decided to put both characters in the submarine and then move them towards the top of the frame and out of shot, in which case you'll also notice that there is a cutout of the glass section of the submarine, so you can actually see the characters in the submarine, so you'll need to do that from the handout as well. And you don't have to follow this example of the story, you can actually make your own up using the cutouts, or even add your own cutouts or characters into your animation. And if you do, it'd be quite good to see what people do, if that's possible. So now we'll have a look at the actual animation in normal speed, and also how I've cut the cutouts out and where I put the blue tack on the cutout, so you can just see how I did that.